Welcome to the Brahma Kumaris, where a new world is opened up for you. From humble beginnings in India in 1936 to a global organization with over 8,000 centers in 110 countries and 1 million students worldwide. Through their tireless commitment, passionate heart, and determined spirit, the Brahma Kumaris arrived in America in 1974 and have since grown to 35 main centers throughout America. There are also 2 residential retreat centers, Peace Village, located in upstate New York, and Anubhuti, located in Novato, California.
I want to just share a little bit about how the centers of Raj Yoga meditation began in United States. Actually, I was in Caribbean islands and I got invitation from New York that we want to start something about meditation. And it was in 1978 I came here and we rented a very small apartment in Astoria. And from there I found that a lot of people have interest. I realized that there is so much need, and from there onwards, then centers started in many other states.
Our centers are safe spaces where you can explore the power of your inner world.
The classes are conducted in many homes, many cities, all over across the United States. A lot of people, they learn meditation, they use it, that meditation at their workplace, in their family. And also I find that children, young adults, because they are so much into like what really is the life about.
The Brahma Kumaris are dedicated to personal and global transformation through the study and spiritual practice of Raj Yoga meditation. And at the heart of our teaching is the belief that the pathway to peace and happiness is to remember our original nature as spiritual beings, connected to the one source. In 1981, the organization received recognition as an international non-governmental organization affiliated with the United Nations and accredited with general consultative status with the Economic and Social Council. From organizing large-scale global initiatives to local community programs, the Brahma Kumaris has a tradition of service in every field that fosters spiritual growth among individuals from all backgrounds, cultures, and walks of life.
I hold on to this vision, the world of love, world of peace and harmony, world which is free from conflict and sorrow, where we can live as brothers, one family, children of common parents, one supreme divine power.
This is your invitation to awaken and join us in creating a world of love, peace, and kindness. Om Shanti. Hello everyone, good evening, Om Shanti, welcome back. What's happening? What have you been doing? How did you pass your day? I was thinking, while I was looking through the window, this sort of a norm where you're just inside your house or maybe spaces, and after a while, if you don't use your own discerning ability, you might think that it's normal to just stay like that. But in reality, you have to be sensible, you have to find a way to balance your energies, connect. I keep thinking, if folks have to go to the supermarket and go shopping and stand 6 feet apart and wear their masks and wear their gloves, then you can visit each other with your masks, with your gloves, and stay 6 feet apart. The only thing is that because there's friendships and familiarities, you might forget and then you get really casual, and before you know it, situations are occurring. I haven't been keeping too much with the news, so I don't know as much as all the details that are taking place. I do know that there must be a lot of things that are happening with our government or, with powers that be that we don't really know what's happening because everyone's focused on the news about the pandemic, the death rate, the masks, the virus. And I'm thinking, well, how does that serve our spirit now? Where do we go? What are we supposed to do now? If, is the whole country just focused on the virus, getting cars, getting masks and trying to help people to go places? What's the rest of the country doing? How are things unfolding? And so I think it's important that we are very discerning and still keep in touch or keep somehow abreast of what's happening in your district, what politicians are doing in your particular county, and to stay abreast about developments in the country. So since you have a lot of time at home, you can also be very engaged with your calls and keeping in touch with people. Today we had a lovely launch at 8 PT. See Good TV was launched today by Trina Wyatt, founder and CEO of Conscious Good Entertainment. And today she did a soft launch of her new TV network entitled See Good TV. If you want some more information about how that went, just go to seegoodtv.com and you can sign up and learn more. So for the next 4 days, they'll have ongoing presentations, free wonderful movies and programs and activities that will keep you definitely evolved and empowered and enlightened. So we were thinking of making Mondays our days of silence, where we are focusing on the sound of silence to be able to truly, truly dive deep inside. The other day we did a wonderful 1-hour meditation and many, many people responded that they loved it. And so we wanted to continue with at least 1 week of the sound of silence so that we can follow through with that idea. I'm also happy to hear that Brother David did a wonderful Learn to Meditate on Saturday. For the first time, we did a Zoom session for the public, and I heard it went very, very well. So I was thinking that maybe one Saturday we can do a Zoom session together for our evening program from 6:30 to 7:30. Then I can see each and every one of you and participate in your lives at a more intimate level. So let me know if that's okay with you, if you'd like to do that. I think that would be kind of fun. And the other day when I was mentioning about the stuff where I was just saying that every day Santos sends out an email about what the topic will be for today, and I had mentioned about our email list and stuff. I just wanted you to know that maybe because emails were coming in every day and this was to the public, that there were some folks that were a little bit more discerning about how many emails they wanted to acquire or not. But when we looked at, who subscribed, were people who hadn't even come anymore, people who were just disconnected and maybe just moved on to something else. So I just wanted to clear that up because some people had said, who would even think of, not, continuing? And I said people who have relocated, people who might want something else, people who are looking at something else. It's a free world. We're into the power of the purity of intent in how we're feeling. And so today's program on silence is, in silence you'll find all of your answers. When you try to look for answers inside, Sister Gita? Sometimes when you try to figure out what you're going through and why this is happening to you, somehow the answers don't always come that easily. But the last 2 days I've noticed Sister Gita wasn't doing so well. She's been very aloof, very distant, very, very, very unusual. And so I just would like us all to hold. Could I invite you to hold a minute of healing prayer and love and support for Sister Gita right now? And the specific thought is, let her intellect be awakened to how healthy and happy you are. So let us all focus our energy on Sister Gita. Inviting God's light and God's energy to open up her intellect to see inside of herself how healthy and happy you are. Gently flow those thoughts towards her. That she breaks free mentally from any thought pattern, thought system that's old. And that she has the capacity to heal herself by changing her thoughts. Sister Gita has the power to heal herself by changing the pattern of her thoughts. Let us together on 3 command that her intellect opens up to believe and accept she's physically healthy and spiritually healthy. 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much for offering your thoughts of service. We tend to continue to offer our thoughts of service to everyone, and sometimes we bypass our very own. So from one of our teachings in one of our books, I wanted to read this before we go into our meditation of silence. The power of silence. This is an example for some souls. Souls who are free from worry change that which is bad into that which is good. And this is why these souls will remain satisfied. Nowadays, there are a variety of methods of science that can change that which is waste or bad into something that is good. Similarly, there are souls in the world who have the capacity and who are the embodiment of satisfaction. They have the power of silence. And through their silence, they transform a bad situation or an experience of a bad relationship into something good and absorb it within themselves as something good. With the elevated thoughts of their good wishes, they will give others the power to change, and that which is bad, and to absorb it as something good. So with their power of silence, they have the capacity to transform what seems like a bad situation through the power of their positive mind and their healthy thoughts. They will transform that negative situation into something positive, because it's all about the way you perceive what you're going through, what this person is doing, how you relate to it, but also the way that you wish to approach it. You'll always have a choice. Do I take the high road? Or do I take the road of old systemic thinking? He's like that. She's like that. They're doing this. They're doing that. Or do we Om Shanti all of that and begin to serve the thoughts that we really, really wish to see manifested. So silence gives you a neutralizing power. It somehow takes away all the duality and all the conflict that's going on inside of you. And it takes you beyond your limits. For a little while, we'll go through various meditation techniques in this session. And firstly, I think we're going to show a video from Dadi Janki on what her understanding of silence is. And even though she's speaking in the language of Hindi, there will be subtitles at the bottom. I ask you to just be patient and go with it. You will still feel the vibrations and you will still understand its meaning. Enjoy.
Silence. मनुष्य कहते हैं हमको शांति चाहिए, तो हम अनुभव से कहते हूँ शांति तब आएंगी जब साइलेंस में जाएंगे, मन अंदर डीप जाएंगे, अंतर जाना माना सब बाहर की बातों को समेट के समा के मैं कौन हूँ अंदर जाओ, अंदर डीप जाओ। जितना अंदर जाएंगे इतना डीप जाओ, जब तक शांति तक, सच्ची शांति तक आत्मा अंदर से नहीं अनुभव किया है, तक जल्दी कोई संकल्प की उत्पत्ति मत करो। आदत पड़ गई है, देहमान के कारण, मन कर्मेंद्रों के वश होने के कारण बहुत भटकता है, चलायमान हो जाता है, डोलायमान हो जाता है। बुद्धि फिर अच्छा राइट रॉन्ग, सच झूठ, पाप पुण्य समझते हुए भी बुद्धि ठीक काम नहीं कर सकती। इसलिए परमात्मा बाप इशारा करते हैं, बच्चे मन को भटकना से छुड़ाने के लिए, बुद्धि को स्थिर बनाने के लिए अंदर जाओ, आवाज़ से परे जाओ। भले कान खुले है, आँख खुली है, पर जी चाहता है अंतर्मुखी होकर के एकाग्रता की शक्ति से शांति मेरा स्वधर्म है, शांति का सागर परमात्मा है, तो लिंक परमात्मा से जुड़ जाती। शांति आत्मा का अंदर जाने से अनुभव ये हुआ, मेरा स्व का धर्म ही शांत है। फिर उसमें ये भी अनुभव होता है, सत्य चित्त आनंद स्वरूप आत्मा हूँ। सत्यता क्या है? तो सच्चाई और शांति। साइलेंस में जाने से जो खो बैठे हैं वो वापस अनुभव होती है। साइलेंस में जाना पहले तो सब दुनिया के आवाज़ों से, निगाहों से परे हो जाना, आवाज़ों से परे ले जाने वाला एक ईश्वर है। तो अंदर जब आत्मा शांत का अनुभव करती है तो परमात्मा से कनेक्शन जुटने से एक तरफ लाइट बने, दूसरी माइट मिल गई। लाइट एक है रोशनी, दूसरा हल्कापन, बॉडी लेस स्थिति बन जाती है। बॉडी कॉन्शियस में भारी बोन है। जब बॉडी लेस स्थिति बनती, शरीर से डिटैच हो जाते हैं, ईश्वर से कनेक्शन जुटने से जैसे लाइट बने माइट बिलीव इतना प्योरिटी का, पीस का अनुभव आत्मा में हो जाता, तो प्योरिटी, पीस, लव, हैप्पीनेस, पावर साइलेंस से ऐसे जैसे खोया हुआ खजाना फिर से मिलता है, या परमात्मा बाप से कनेक्शन होने से, जैसे साइंस ने कमाल कर दिखाई है। तो साइंस है, जब पावर हाउस से कनेक्शन है तो सब कुछ मिलता है। जैसे ऊपर वाले से, ऑलमाइटी से कनेक्शन से, जो हम इंसान की आत्मा को शांति की शक्ति चाहिए, वो शक्ति स्वयं ही शांत रहने का नेचुरल स्वभाव बन जाता है। फिर साइलेंस पावर से अपने ऊपर भी जीत, और साइलेंस पावर से दुनिया में सबके साथ संबंध में आते हुए भी सफलता सदाई ऐसे साथ देती। फिर अंदर से आवाज़ निकलेगा, परमात्मा की दी हुई साइलेंस की शक्ति काम कर रही है। ओम शांति।
A lot of times people ask us, where do we get all of our energy from? And like Dadi Janki shares, it's from a deep connection to Source, to God, to Allah, to Krishna, Jehovah, whatever's the language that you tend to feel comfortable with identifying the energy of God for you. And sometimes when we peel away all those titles or language, identities to God, what you'll just get is a connection to something much greater than the way you're living. You get a connection to a level of truth, a level of power, a level of purity that's somewhere deep inside of the core of your spirit, you know you once were. You believe and you know that there is a point in your life that you were so filled of such divinity and such grace and such beauty and such inner power that whatever was crumbling in the outside world around you, it wouldn't crumble your inner world. That's the energy of God's power working through you. And the more we practice to rekindle that remembrance and that connection, the more this subtle energy gets refilled in the soul. And sometimes why folks tend to shy away from meditation is that they become impatient. They think that the rewards of meditation are as simple as sitting at home, watching a Domino's pizza commercial, dialing the number, and in 15 minutes, there's pizza at your door. It's not like that. Meditation is a long-term journey because they're very, very deep-rooted areas in the soul that are very subtle, that require a lot of courage, a lot of honesty, a lot of trust, but a lot of love to be able to heal and to overcome. And the only reason why you and me might not be living to our full capacity is that we're not connecting ourselves deeply to the source of all that is good, all that is unlimited, all that is naturally pure. And if you wish to get out of this pandemic and this isolation and exile, feeling that you've accumulated your fortune, you've created more power within you, you've preserved your energy for greater causes, then fill the cup of the soul with the remembrance of the divine. This next meditation by Sister Jenna will do just that. I ask you to take a deep breath, focus your energy behind your eyes, think about this very special moment where you are going to be filling your cup with the remembrance of the divine. Enjoy.
It's very easy to meditate using the power of the mind and allowing the mind to flow towards the divine. So I'll speak out my own thoughts in meditation and invite everyone to join me. I let the body sit quietly, and I can feel the body relaxing, my breath becoming deeper, and now I focus on my thoughts. The speed of my thoughts is slowed down, and I focus on the inner being that I am. I am a being of light, shining in the center of the forehead. This body is separate. I, the inner being, am separate. I existed before the body took shape, and I will continue to exist even after the body finishes. No beginning, no end. I, the eternal spirit, and in this awareness of who I truly am, my thoughts focus on the divine, a being of light, the Supreme. From the source of love, the waves of love reach out I absorb these within myself. And the waves of love reach out further and further afield, and the power of love surrounds the world. And the power of God's love heals. Souls have been carrying the burden of sorrow for a long time. And God's love removes the burden and heals the pain. The power of God's love melts the heart so that the heart can forgive and let go. And the soul feels liberation. Holding on to the things of the past has been a burden that I did not realize. And the power of God's love allows me to remove that burden and be able to forgive and become free. God's love touches souls and they continue on their journey, feeling the power of God's company. I hold peace and love and my thoughts return to the physical dimension. But I carry this experience with me, and this experience impacts my thinking, my speaking, and my doing. Om Shanti.
There's something very healing in silence. Just to give you a little bit of an idea, Sister Jenna has been on the field of service from the age of about 19, fully, and she's now approaching 70, and that video was produced a year and a half ago. And she's the international director for the Brahma Kumaris, so that means she collaborates with all the centers and the headquarters in India, along with all the centers outside of India, which means it's 8,000 branches. To be informed, to keep everything going, to be traveling, to deal with what also takes place in the London center. So a lot of people, when they think about meditation, they think they have to empty their minds, escape from the world and responsibilities. When the soul has a very deep, intimate link to God, to the source, there's an incredible amount of current. There's an incredible amount of awareness. There's an incredible amount of silence that starts to expand that soul's horizon and capacity to show up in the world. And so when you look at an ordinary individual that just wakes up and does what they want to do and move around, and sometimes they get a little to do and it's a lot. But when you're fully charged and the energy of divinity and sacredness is planted in you so deeply, no one can take it out of you. You're unstoppable. But not only are you unstoppable, but you become an instrument for global upliftment. Why? Because your environment is uplifted, your relationships are uplifted, your city gets uplifted. Everything is revolving from the aura and the energy of your presence. So this special segment of the sound of silence is to get you comfortable with that feeling. So what I'd like to do is just have us sit just for complete silence. Santosh won't play any videos, nothing. I'm just going to ask you to just sit where you are, and we're just going to sit for 5 minutes of complete silence. No videos, no nothing, just on your own. Take a deep breath, inhale, and exhale. with your breathing in, accept everything that's working and that's good for you. And exhale what you think is your obstacle, your limit, or even a weakness. Spit it out, blow it out. Can it be that simple? Get used to just being in your own company and consciously choosing to be still. As you come back into the space, my apologies for that. But as you come back into the space, I'm sure that you can see what a minute feels like, how long it can feel like, what 2 minutes feels like when you're in stillness, what 3 minutes feel like, what 4 minutes feel like. And imagine the benefit of holding it for 5 minutes. How did that make you feel, that particular practice? Feel free to put it in the comment section. And share with me if you felt that Maybe something that wasn't going so right today fell into place. Or maybe something that you were grappling with, you found an answer. Or maybe you just felt more calm, more relaxed, more at peace with yourself. Yes? Did you feel any of those things? So when you start to feel a little bit better, then that's a good sign. But when you come into action with people from that state of betterness, the world becomes a better place. Becomes a completely better place. So, let me read you one more section of our book. And if you have any comments that you'd like to share, feel free to post that to Santosh. And then after this, we'll go back in another meditation. Are you all enjoying? All right, so listen to this other definition of silence. Can the power of silence not change something negative into positive? Your mind and intellect should become such that they do not touch or even think of anything negative. Through the power of your silence, let there be transformation of waste in a second. Now, do you experience your thoughts working at such a fast speed? Your mind, your intellect have the capacity to be the sharpest weapons to end all waste. Can they become sharp, or do you need more time? Or, when something negative comes up, will you say, let me think about it a little, let me see what it is, maybe later I can take care of it. But when transformation takes place quickly, it is known as the pleasure and the enjoyment of an awakened soul. If you want to live with enjoyment. To live a life with a lot of thinking and a lot of worry isn't really living. So using the power of silence. That was so nice, huh? And so simple. So I'll play the letting go meditation now. And after that, we'll keep rolling over the video of our rendition of God radiating the vibrations of light to each soul, filling you with love and light and awareness and intelligence and power and might, and just surrender into that experience. Just let this be your Monday day of silence, your sound of silence moment, and heal the waste and the negative emotions and experiences that you're going through because of attachment. And allow the silence and the meditation to open you up, because you know God's power is a greater force. And that's what you're connecting with today. And that's who has the power to heal you, because you're opened to the healing. And you're opened to expanding your capacity of existence. Take a deep breath. Let's break all those limited attachments. It's the allergy season, you see, and my throat gets so irritated. But I'd like you to now just break all of those limited attachments to your name, gender, role. I want you to feel what it's like to be unattached to stories, and allow the silence to expand, where you can feel how broad and how unlimited your life really is. Breathe in deeply, and let's do some letting go now. Om Shanti. The time that we choose to be aware doesn't necessarily require me to just sit and meditate. But even while I walk and move around, I can be in a meditative awareness, which is awareness of the soul, the original, eternal, imperishable being of light. For a little while, I'd like to invite you to be present, to be here, and to be now. Allow your mind to settle in the moment, to relax. This meditation is about awareness. It's about becoming aware of your original and eternal self. It's about connecting to your truth. Let go of your name. And observe yourself feeling nameless. Let go of your gender to discontinue thinking you're a man or a woman. Let it go and observe how you would feel walking around without a gender. Let go of the role that you play and let go of the titles that you own. Observe how you're feeling as you are gradually letting go. Let go of your religion and put it aside just for now. And let go of your nationality and even the language that you're accustomed to. Imagine you have no name, gender, role, title, religion, nationality, or even a language. Ask yourself, how do you feel at this moment? And in this feeling, who would think of you and who would you think of? The Supreme Soul would think of you, and you, the liberated soul, would think of the Supreme. In this state of absolute freedom, I am truly who I am. A free, peaceful, pure, immortal, and eternal soul. Allow yourself to just be absorbed in this awareness. at this time. Now that you're free from all those limited attachments, and gently and slowly traveling taking each step with care. You value the trees, the running creeks, the rocks, the moss, the light, the air. They are still. They're quiet. They remind you of you. You are peace. You are detached and lovely. Beauty surrounds you wherever you go. You are calm. You stay above the world of chaos and confusion. This is your power of silence. As much as it keeps you up above, you also have the balance of staying grounded and real, connected to the earth and the nature. You slow down. You're able to cherish the simple things and find great meaning and beauty in them. The power of silence gives you this ability to see what you would ordinarily miss. You find beauty in your stillness, in your peace, in your quiet. So as we move into the rest of the night, hopefully I'm on. As we move into the rest of the night, try to turn in this evening with a deeper sense of yourself, a deeper connection to self and to God. No TV, no radio, no cell phones, no checking all these things or searching Googles or anything. Just make a date with yourself tonight and let it be with silence. That you can hold that experience for as long as you can. See you all tomorrow. Om Shanti.